We're here in the Blackdown Tableland National Park in Queensland. Absolutely beautiful. Got a couple of nights booked here in the national park to start exploring it.
I have to say, this feels like home.
It does, very much so. We grew up near the Blue Mountains in Sydney, and the sandstone here, the vegetation, everything reminds
Wildlife, the smells,
of the Blue
the
Mountains.
temperature.
We're Shannon and Nate. At the end of 2021, we decided it was time for a complete life change. So we sold our house and business. Now we are travelling around Australia looking for adventure and seeking moments of solitude.
We actually camped here last night. We've just done a quick walk this morning down to a lookout for sunrise, which you guys just experienced. But now we get to enjoy the walk back to camp because, well, we didn't see anything. It was dark.
Naomi got her wish and we beelined it to Queensland.
If I had to put money on it, I'd say we'll end up just beelining it to Queensland.
Much cooler temps here, if you cannot tell by the attire. Oh yeah, chili bin.
Ways home, guys.
Munnell Campground is the only campground that you can camp in the park. There's about 12 sites here. They're quite spaced well apart, and we're on site 11, which is my pick. I think it's quite nice.
Welcome home. This morning at the lookout, I felt so happy and joyful and just really grateful to be there, and it just reminded me so much of home. But to be really honest, then I got a little sad. We've had so much change recently and I'm just loving this new lifestyle. But we bought a house when we were all 20 and we sold it 18 years later last year. Sometimes I just miss it a little bit.
I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but the new additions, the beach chairs, bloody amazing. I don't know if you've ever tried to live out of a cheap camping chair, well these are cheap, out of a standard camping chair for long periods of time. It rounds your back, it's horrendous. These things, rigid as, cheap as, just like sitting in a standard chair. We get some looks, but people are like, do these people think they're at the beach or what?
So normally the standard style camping chair is called a recliner chair, which is what we're used to. Normally it really sags out your bum and it's really droopy with no support, and the back curls in on them and it kind of pinches your shoulders forward, and we were both getting really sore backs from it. And
look at the height of this bad boy. I don't know if you also noticed the state of our cooking table. It was pretty disgusting. It was burnt. It was falling apart.
Cracked.
And it was so low. Way under Australian standards for tables. I don't know what you camping people are thinking, but 900 kitchen bench, boys.
the issue is that they're sold as tables, not benches. And we needed something that we could stand and cook at. So therefore we needed a bench height. This bad boy adjusts. I can even sit at it and make it my work desk now. Living the dream. That's my new desk.
What can you see?
I can see coolant everywhere.
Oh wow, there's a lot there. I can see it with your torch, babe.
Heaps.
Look, things are going to go wrong. It's just part of it. We drive the car a lot. That car has 500,000 Ks on it. We drive heaps more than what normal people drive. We drive rougher roads than what normal people drive. So she's going to have some wear and tear. We just need to stay on top of it. I noticed this morning while we're at the lookout that I actually had some service. So we're going to head back there now. Shannon's going to call some mechanics. We're almost at the lookout.
We've got 2 bars of 4G. Shannon's already started making phone calls. Now the old girl has actually been booked in for Monday to get her turbo done. She's getting a brand new turbo. If you remember back in the Carragini video, the mechanic said to us that we had a small turbo leak, which Shannon actually knew about. He said it wasn't a big deal, but you're going to have to keep an eye on it. Anyway, we decided to book that in and get that one sorted and off the list. And that mechanic has actually called Shannon 4 times today and texted him a message as well. So it's a good thing we're coming out here and getting this little bit of service. We can deal with that as well. Wish us luck.
Oh, hi Kylie, my name's Shannon. How you going?
Now he's calling a local mechanic to where we are. I found them online. They had good reviews.
Alright guys, I just got off the phone with the mechanic in the closest town that Nay's found, and lovely person. They're going to get us in tomorrow to have a bit of a look at it and give us a straightforward answer on what the story is. I'm fingers crossed it's not like a head gasket or something major to do, but I'm a bit unsure. So tomorrow we'll find out. I'm sure it'll be a sleepless night for me tonight because I'm always nervous about these things. Well, I was just following a goer with the camera. I don't know how well I got it. Didn't get too close. I didn't want to scare him. But that's pretty cool when they just wander through your camp while you're eating lunch, isn't it? One more walk that we can do. Actually, we can do 2 small ones tomorrow as well. But seeing we're heading off to get the car looked at tomorrow, there's a couple of walks further deeper into the park that we won't be able to get done this time, unfortunately, but always time for a return trip. Alright guys, we're going to do the Goon circuit walk. It's about 2.5 k's, I reckon about an hour and a half.
Poor tree, that would have hurt. Cattle yards. Stringy bark, guys. They removed the bark to make the roof of the huts from the old cattlemen's...
For the drovers huts.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it says that originally you'd see a scar tree like that. You'd think Aboriginal people, they used to obviously take the bark off a tree, the stringy bark, and turn it into a canoe. But that one you can see axe indentations all the way up it, saying that obviously Aboriginals didn't have axes, so it was done by the first settlers for the drovers huts. Guys, well, this morning we've woken up bright and early, 5 o'clock. I dragged Nay out of bed, but we're basically just trying to limp the car into the mechanic to the closest town this morning. Thought, seeing it is a cooling issue or coolant leaking issue, that we should do it while it's cold in the morning. So we're just cruising along. We've made it back up to the lookout, which was the steepest hill climb I think that we have to do. I've just checked the engine. We've made a cup of coffee. The engine's looking fine. The leak is no worse than it was, so fingers crossed. We're just going to keep pushing on this morning and see how we go.
So now we just got to get back down the mountain. There's an elevation change about 600 meters. So we're going to get into that, and then it should be a nice steady pace to the mechanic.
We'll touch base if anything else goes wrong. If not, we'll see you at the mechanic. I've upgraded.
It's a new rig.
A lot lower, she's a lot slower.
It's a lot smaller.
Yeah. Alright guys, the car's going to be in overnight, but it's getting fixed. It's not the head gasket. There's a small water leak coming from a heater hose, and also he's fixing up a couple of other parts for us while we're there.
We thought while we were at a diesel mechanic and we were getting really good vibes that we would just get a few other things off our to-do list. So that's the reason why we're in one of his utes for the evening. Otherwise, we'd be back on the road already.
That's exactly right. Some of the parts need to come in overnight, and he kindly gave us his car to run around in. So we're trying to find somewhere to camp tonight. We've got it loaded up with the swag, and going to be a light one tonight.
two options. What would you do? Let us know in the comments. We can go to the local caravan park, which is going to make food super easy, because remember, we don't have any of our kitchen stuff with us.
Nothing.
It's $54 a night. Or we can go down to the local weir for free.
Camp for free, but there's no food down there. Maybe I can catch some fish. I don't have a rod. A bit full there, eh?
Bit squishy, guys. That there was my leg room. That's like 150 mil by 300. That's only 1 foot, but somehow I managed 2 in there. Guys probably already knew this is where we would end up. The free camp.
Tight ass in us, always go the free camp.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer. Let's come down here.
Yep.
Down to Blackwater.
Bedford?
Bedford, that's it.
Bedford Weir.
Bedford Weir.
Free camping.
About 20 km
Flushing
out of town.
toilets. Pretty nice. There's quite a few people in here.
In the lowrider Hilux. Yeah, we're good.
You might think we're roughing it, but this is luxury. Hot cuppers, a swag for a picnic rug.
Living the dream, baby.
Morning, guys. We slept last night at Bluff Hotel out the back here. $10 and we were able to have a shower. That is a big win. We got the old girl back yesterday. We didn't film anything yesterday, but we did get her back. And the thing that I was starting to really miss was my kitchen. Although it was really manageable thanks to the generosity of Cody, the mechanic who lent us his car.
He was very generous, absolutely awesome mechanic.
We would go back to him again. We will be back.
Definitely.
And we would definitely recommend him. It's CDY Diesel Services in Blackwater.
Yeah,
awesome.
Awesome bloke, awesome mechanic, great work. But it's surprising. I mean, we have such a basic setup, but it's surprising how you miss it. We went in for a water leak. As you know, I thought I'd possibly done the head gasket. It wasn't. It was a heater hose up the front, and it was actually blowing back along where the head gasket seam is, which made me think it was a head gasket. So that was an easy fix. While I was there, I asked him to fix the timing sensor, hoping that that would be a quick fix, but unfortunately it was seized in there and we broke it getting it out. So we're just waiting for a new one to come in. But we've rigged up something temporarily to get us going.
We are now heading to Mackay. It is Saturday morning. We have to be at the caravan park on Sunday night to drop the car off on Monday to get the new turbo put in. From Mackay, we're actually going to come back here and then get that part swapped over, and then we're going to be actually heading south. Guys, you couldn't write this stuff. You just couldn't come up with this script.
Oh.
We're just driving along and a bee flies in the window, stings me on my leg. So I've taken an antihistamine and I put a little bit of numbing antiseptic cream on the bite. It's relatively sore. It's always me. I'm covered in bites. You see the little sucker? It's happened once before with a bee, but a flying ant flew into the car while we were driving and bit me on my boob.
How's it feeling?
It's so much better with an ice pack on it. I've literally got bites all over my body. I was not designed to be living in the outdoors. I love the outdoors, but my body is
Everything.
a delicate flower. I'm a delicate rose.
Everything bites her. Mozzies, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's around, she'll get bitten. Alright, my love, how are you feeling?
We're right to go. I'm fine. As I slur my words and can't get anything out.
I think we're going to leave it a little bit longer.
No, the ice pack did the trick.
It is.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to show everyone. It's right near her.
It doesn't look any worse than the last time I checked it.
I think we'll wait a bit longer. Better to be safe than sorry, isn't it, guys? Forgot to shut the canopy. We didn't lose anything.
That's the third time we've done it this trip now.
Yeah, it's second, isn't it?
No, this is the third, isn't it? What about my door? Oh my goodness, Shannon.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we lost anything, but last time I did it, I was cranking it about 90 k's an hour down the northern.
Yeah, and this time the drawer even came open.
I think because I was in a panic trying to get the ice and something to put on it, and then I came around just to sit down, and then oh hang on, I haven't got seatbelt on. I came down just to sit down and just, you know, make sure everything was alright, and then forgot to go back. It's funny, yesterday I stopped a couple as well on the side of the road to tell them their canopy door was up too, so
It happens.
it's not just us.
This is real life, guys. No written script here. So we just did a Ewing. My tongue's swollen.
Did I not ask her before I left?
It wasn't swollen. It's just swelling now.
I don't even know. Like, we're nowhere near anything, eh? So I don't even know this town if it's got anything. It might just have a pub.
Never a dull moment.
Oh my god. People wonder why I'm grey.
That'll be fun.
Alright guys, just to give you a quick update. The town that we're in, I stopped at the roadhouse and they've directed me to the ambulance centre here, but I was also able to find a doctor that was open. They were meant to be shut. For some reason they're open today. So Naomi's just gone in now and they're having a bit of a look at her. So fingers crossed everything's going to be alright. Her tongue, her lips and her throat are all a bit swollen now. So fingers crossed it's not too severe, but I'll keep you posted.
I'm alive. We are back on the road. Shannon's just pulled over to make himself a coffee. I'm definitely not up for driving. No swapping drivers today, I'm afraid. Really tired, actually. So to start with, my bottom lip went a bit tingly and swollen. Then my tongue, then my ear started to feel funny, and then my glands through here. It didn't get too bad. I was just worried that it could get worse. So it was just a precaution going to the doctor, really. But it was worked out really well because he's given me, we had a good chat about the fact that I just naturally attract bugs and they love to suck my blood and things. So we chatted about what medicines I do carry. He's given me another 2 scripts, a cream and a tablet to fill to keep on hand. And he talked to me as well about how I can use what I do have and what he's given me a little bit differently than how I've been using it, which I think will be really helpful. And he actually also gave me a natural remedy that I can try. No scientific proof that it will help to deter the insects from biting me. He said some people find it helpful and other people don't find any benefit at all. So I'm going to give that a go as well. So feeling okay, just really tired.
Completely lost our instruments now. It just freaked me out because it just fully redlined, went to 160 on the dial, and we had the music cranking, and I was like, oh my god, is the car about to blow up?
It sounded fine when we turned the music down.
It sounded fine, but yeah, you can see I'm completely cooked. I've got nothing now.
We were hoping to fix this underlining instrument issue. If you've noticed, in a couple of episodes we've lost them a couple of times. And normally Shannon can just give it a tap and it comes back on. And we're hoping to fix this once we got back to New South Wales, baby. When was the last time we had a meal out?
At the Kings Canyon. Wow.
Why did we have lunch out?
Because it was raining.
What's happening right now?
Oh, it's pouring. They're expecting this big front to hit the east coast of Queensland in the next few days, and we're driving straight into it.
At Eaton Hotel, we are staying here tonight for free, but we are going to devour a nice hot cooked meal, and that is something I'm really looking forward to.
Oh my god, I think I just saw platypus. Now we've read on wikis that at this pub, the Eden Hotel, there's a creek behind it and you can possibly see platypus. And I think I just saw one. It's definitely on my bucket list to see in the wild.
Hey guys, we're in Mackay. We've been here for 2 nights already. Tonight is our 3rd and final night. We did hire ourselves a little cabin. We splurged at $85 a night. What a bargain. Mind you, we didn't sleep in here. We're still sleeping in our swag. So if you didn't think we were already weird, I'm sure you do now. Swag, that's our home. But I have been super excited to have a bigger fridge, have more fresh produce, 2 little electric ovens, a slow cooker. We have been cooking up, eating really healthy. Now, we came to Mackay to get the turbo fixed on the Patrol, and Shannon just got home.
We've actually replaced the turbo. We've done a whole heap of work. Really happy with the car. It has got so much more power. So I've got 140 horsepower at the back wheels now. I don't know what we had before, around 100 I think they said, and it's noticeably different. Really happy with the job that they did. Just took it for a test drive. They said to me, really give it to it, you know, give it to it. It likes to rev hard, and my goodness, does it take off now. So super happy with it. They fixed some overheating issues that I've been chasing for ages when I'm towing uphill. I can't wait to do a hill climb with it and just see how it goes. They reckon I won't have any more issues, so fingers crossed. Really happy. Oh my God, let's go take it off-road. So far we're sitting on 60, we're in 4th gear, we're climbing this hill, and the needle's not going anywhere. I'm pretty impressed actually.
Not just that, but you